my Metric Maths Made Easy YouTube channel. Video number 81, Functions and Graphs. Still an introduction. Y equals to mx plus c, a linear function. So suppose now we are given a straight line going through points B and A, where B is got coordinates 0 and 6, and A is got coordinates 4.5 and 0. But we're not given the equation. So it says determine the equation of that line. You can see, of course, that as the x increases, y decreases. So the gradient here is going to be negative. Anyway, let's determine the gradient. So the gradient of MAB, we know, is equals to y minus, coordinates of y at B minus coordinates of y at A divided by coordinates of x at B minus coordinates of x at A. And that coordinates of y at B is 6 minus coordinates of y at A is 0 on the x-axis, divided by coordinates of x and B. Coordinates of x at B is 0 minus coordinate of x at A is 4.5. And then this is equals to 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 4.5 is negative 4.5. So the 4.5 you can write now as okay, this is positive divided by negative, so this will be negative 6. But the 4.5 is actually 9 divided by 2, yeah? And 9 divided by 2 will be negative 6 times 2 divided by 9. You can use your calculator. Anyway, you are allowed to use your calculator here to get the answer. So we have an answer of negative 4 over 3 is your gradient. So once you got your gradient is negative 4 over 3, you've got your y-intercept is 6. So you've got your equation. Of YAB. YAB is equal to the gradient MAB times x plus the y-intercept. And then the gradient has been calculated as negative 4 over 3 times x plus 6. So this is the equation of this line if you make y the subject of the formula. So we can do the same thing like we did in the previous examples. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this y over 2 plus 2 over 3x equals to 3 and make y subject to the formula. So to make y subject to the formula, we know the story. You've got your left hand side equals to your right hand side. So make sure your equal signs are aligned. So you need to subtract this 2 over 3 x on the left hand side. So you do it on the same thing there on the right hand side, 2 over 3 x. Yeah, and then what we have, end up with y over 2 equals to negative 2 over 3x plus 3. So now, same story now. So we need to get rid of this 2 on the y. Sorry, let me. So we need to get rid of this 2. So to get rid of this 2, yeah, you multiply by 2. So we multiply each term by 2. Multiply each term by 2. So then put it in brackets. Otherwise you get confused here. Yeah? And then multiply by 2. So what we end up with? You end up with the 2's cancelled. You end up with y equals to negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 over 3x plus 3 times 2, 6. Yeah, which is the same as that one. So that's your metric maths made easy, but it's actually grade 10 mathematics, this one. That's why I'm saying it's introduction. So I hope you like, I hope you enjoy, I hope you won't have problems now with sketching the graphs or interpreting the graphs. Yeah, and then you see this negative yeah, negative slope, because it's decreasing. As x increases, the y decreases. Yeah. So please like and subscribe. At least I can make better videos as well if you do the subscription, and comment, please. Yeah, I appreciate your comments, whether negative or positive. I just appreciate your comments. Thank you. Bye.